You know that Houston is home to the largest medical complex in the world, but leaders across the region say improving health outcomes and controlling costs will require new ideas and new partnerships. Well, that is the focus of an upcoming event hosted by the Houston Business Journal called Rewriting the Healthcare Playbook for a Healthier Houston. It is presented by Memorial Hermann Health System. Joining us now to talk about why this conversation matters for Houston's future is Tracy Pelter, president and publisher of the Houston Business Journal. Tracy, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me.
This is exciting. Talk to us about why this was important for you and your team to host this panel on rewriting the healthcare playbook. Why is this conversation necessary?
Yeah, so absolutely. So healthcare obviously affects every single one of us on a daily basis. And, you know, the things that we keep reading about and hearing about are that costs keep rising and rising, and yet it seems, are we still getting the same amount of value for what is, we're spending? And so we thought, let's bring together some of Houston's top leaders to talk about this very important issue, to discuss, is there a better value out there? Are there better options? And how can we as a community and as business, leaders figure out some solutions?
Okay, and it's such an important conversation. You have brought together a very impressive panel of leaders for the event. I know you just mentioned that, but from your perspective, what does each panelist uniquely bring to the table? Give us a little preview, because this is a high-level conversation.
Absolutely. So we'll kick it off with Dr. David Callender, CEO of Memorial Hermann. Memorial Hermann is the largest healthcare system in the city of Houston, and he brings, incredible experience and knowledge for, what a big system has to deal with, not only for all of us that are, patients, but also for his employees themselves. Steve Keene is also on the panel. He is CEO of Greater Houston Partnership. He brings his past experience as the CEO of Kinder Morgan several years ago, so he has that perspective of a large energy company. And of course, he talks to all the different businesses that come to Houston and make that decision as to whether or not they want to move here. And we know Houston has great health care, but is it affordable?
Right.
We also have Elena Marks, who is a senior fellow in public policy at the Baker Institute of Rice. And she talks about, of course, the trillion-dollar business of healthcare and how, we need to work with government and private and public policy leaders. And then Christy Pittman, who is our senior VP of HR at Daikin, can talk from an international perspective, as well as, of course, as a local Houston, business manufacturer and taking care of all their employees and their families.
Right, and that's a big conversation. And when this day is over, what are we hoping attendees walk away with? What's the ultimate change or the outcome that we're hoping that this conversation will spark across our Houston landscape?
Well, we're certainly hoping, of course, we'd love to solve all the problems, in one sitting. We won't, but it's a great way for everyone to get together, hear from different leaders' perspectives about maybe some alternative solutions that are out there and some ways to, start from the beginning with better wellness, keeping our employees healthy, and how from that we can additionally, save cost in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, if you are a business owner, this is such an incredible opportunity to be a part of this conversation and to really get this firsthand look at this. Is there still space available for our viewers to attend? And if so, how would they sign up?
Yes, absolutely. They can go to our website at bizjournals.com or just search in your search engine for Houston Business Journal. Yes, there's still tickets available. It's a breakfast next Tuesday, and would love to have your viewers come out and be a part of it.
And I'll be there.
Yes, you're going to be our moderator.
I'm going to moderate this panel. I'm really excited about being a small part of this really important conversation. As you said, it's not just the healthcare system, it's not just the big companies, but it's every single person in Southeast Texas who needs access to this. So it's a great conversation to be having.
Well, thank you. We're so glad you're going to be a part of it.
We'll see you there. Tracy Pelter, thank you for coming in. And